Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to talk about free agents. Today I'm gonna bring you free agent in every position. Before we get into it, make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are new to it, and also give a thumbs up. Thank you. Let's go. We're gonna start with goalkeeper. First off, we have Italian international Emiliano Viviano. Arsenal fans might able to recognize him. He used to came on loan to us but didn't play any game. He was last at Sporting CP before get released. He's a really good goalkeeper, as you can tell. I'm not gonna go through the stats. So he's currently wanted by what clubs is this? Qatar clubs. So better pick him up quick, because this all good free agents gonna be picked up like really quickly, especially those that are wanted. Next, we're gonna go into Agustin Oreo. I think that's how you read his name. He's the Argentinian international, now got 3 caps. He's also wanted by 2 Qatar club. He's also got very good stats as well, even mentally as well, except his first touch and passing, but the rest still pretty good. You can use him. Next, we got, before we go into right, I'm gonna go into centre-back first. Adil Rami. Probably a lot of people gonna able to recognize him as well, because he won the World Cup with France, right? I think he was there. Yeah, I can't remember, but he was released by Fenerbahce, and look at those stats. He can be a world-class centre-back for you. Although he's 33, though, pay attention to that. And he's a little bit slow, but he's pretty good. Next, we got James Collins, ex-West Ham. He was released by Ipswich Town. His stats, he's the same kind of situation with Adil Rami, except his mental stats is a little bit weaker. His anticipation and composure are a little bit low. But the rest is almost the same. He's quite slow as well, but his defending is still able to do a job. I think he still can do a job for you in the Championship or backup in Premier League probably. Next guy, we got Bissau. I can't read this nation's name. So basically, I think it's an African country. No offense. He's 30 years old, free agents. Almost the same problem as the last 2 guys, except his pace is a little bit weird. He got 17 pace but 10 acceleration. I don't know how. He got some poor concentration as well, but his defending stats like 16 heading, 15 marking, 16 tackling is still pretty good. He can still do a job for you. We're gonna go to right back. But Sanya can actually still play centre back, can he? Yeah, he can. He got 14 heading, 12 jumping reach. So yeah, he still can do the job in the centre back. He even can play left back, which is pretty versatile. He was released by Montreal Impact, or ended the contract there, I think. Yeah, he ended the contract in the MLS with Montreal contract. Ex-Arsenal player as well. If Arsenal fan probably can still remember him. Gone free transfer to Man City, but we still love him. At least I still do. He's still pretty good, to be honest. Like very versatile. Like I said, like versatile. He can do a job for covering, but not really a starter in my opinion, because I don't like my fullbacks to have slow pace. That's his only problem. But this is gonna be the same problem for most of the players, except this guy, Ignacio Abate. Like, if you play FM or FIFA in the past few years, you definitely will recognize this guy. This guy used to be playing at AC Milan, and his pace was rapid. Now he currently got 14 acceleration and 14 pace. Still pretty good, but poor crossing and passing, though, be aware of that. And he's 32 years old. But the rest of... he's still capable of being a first choice in championship level, I reckon. Next, we gonna move to left back. Brazilian left back, Jefferson. Be aware, Brazilians, you can't sign them for Premier League because they need work permit unless they are already a Brazilian international. But I reckon most free agents are not Brazilian international or play any games for Brazil in the last few years, so you probably can't sign them. So the Brazilians are only for non-Premier League team. Jefferson is a very solid all-rounded left back. As you can see here, even have decent pace. I think he still can do a pretty good job. He's wanted by quite a few clubs. League Belgium, Turkey. And then we're gonna move on to Martin Olsen, former Swansea man. His pace is still alright as well, 12 acceleration, 15 pace. The rest is very rounded. But I think his mental stats is a bit weaker than Jefferson. He's wanted by Sheffield Wednesday, championship team, yeah. And then even Serie A team Benevento, but that's a Serie A relegation favorite team, so be aware. He's kind of like championship level. And then we even got Croatian current international, Ivan Strinic, or Ivan Strinic, I'm not sure. He was released by AC Milan. He's a pretty good left back, to be honest. Like, yeah, I think even in my Roma save, I almost got him in before I saw Kuzo, but Kuzo was younger, so I went for him. But Strinic is wanted by lots of Qatar club and UAE club, also Brighton. So he's kind of like Premier level, better than Martin Olsen. And then we got the fourth left back for the day. Most of you guys probably can recognize this guy, Fabio Control, former Real Madrid man that I think he even won the Champions League with Real Madrid. He's gonna be picked up right really quick, although he's 33 years old, but look at his stats, like a lot of them are like above 13 or 14. Probably the best left back out of the four. He's currently wanted by quite a few teams like Bournemouth, Brighton, Milan. As you can see, like he attracts team that wants to sign him. Next we got former Spurs man, also former Swansea, Tom Carroll. He's currently injured for 3 weeks to 2 months, but still a pretty solid midfielder. His stats, most of his stats are above 14 except his decision and composure, but the rest like stats for advanced playmaker are above 14, so I think he's gonna be able to do a job for you, at least championship level in my opinion. Next we got Gianelli Ibula, the former Stoke City man. Also the same as Tom Carroll's situation, but he's not injured. He's wanted by, let me see. He's wanted by Bristol City, Cardiff, PSG, so just ignore PSG. So kind of like championship level Ibula. Next we got former United legend, Darren Fletcher. Look at his mental stats, like still very, very good. But the physical, of course, is like not that good anymore. He can't run, he got no legs anymore, probably gonna get injured anytime soon. But he still can be your dressing room leader with that kind of mental stats. Even a good backup, to be honest. 35 years old, or be aware he's gonna retire really soon. And then next we got former Aston Villa man, Mel Yedina. Although he's 34 like Darren Fletcher, he's almost similar. Weak physical already, like pace of course, like he's 34, what do you expect? But his mental stats still pretty good. Marking, tackling still pretty decent. I think I'll go for Darren Fletcher first before I go for Yedina, but Yedina is still a pretty good dressing room reader if you did fail to get Darren Fletcher in. Next we got Elias, another Brazilian guy, 34 years old. His first choice role according to the game is Mazzala. He's probably the most attacking midfielder out of the all I found. Yeah, he's very, very rounded, but be aware his physical stats gonna go down really, really soon. Now we're gonna go into the wingers. I got quite a few of them actually. Paul Georges and Ted, former Wolfsburg man, didn't play much for them. His mental stats is a little bit weak, but he got the pace to be a really good winger in my opinion. Not Premier League level in my opinion. Like just he's wanted by a Qatar team, so you should be able to do something with him. 15 acceleration and 14 pace, still decent. Next we got former Liverpool and Stoke City man, Osama Asaidi. He used to be a really good player in FIFA. I love to use him. I can't remember which FIFA was it, but he was really good. He's quite pacey as well. Of course, I only pick pacey wingers. I don't like my wingers to be like really slow on. His decision is questionable, but the rest of them are quite, you know, not average. I would say like very rounded. He can play left and right as well. His work rate is not that good, though. Be aware of that. Next, we're gonna go into Yassine El Ghanassi, a Belgium international, got 1 cap for them. He's kind of like the same problem as Asaidi. Really good. His pace is a little bit lower, but his mental stats is better, and he doesn't have the work rate. He won't run for you. He got no stamina as well, so be aware of that. Next, last winger. Is that the last winger? Yeah, that's the last winger we have. Bicho from Spanish. He's still a quite fairly young guy. I really like this guy though. When I found him, oh, he's not a winger. Sorry, he's natural as a center attacking midfield, but he can play left and right attacking mid. He's a left footer, so he can play as an inverted winger or inside forward on the right, and then even a winger on the left because he's got his pace is alright. You can do that. You can do that with him. His stats for the like important bits got the right attributes at the right position. Maybe not. His work rate is a little bit low as well, and stamina as well. That's his only problem. But the rest, his age is probably the best one out of the all bunches. Next, we're gonna go into the strikers. Now, Modibo Maiga. Do I recognize him? Oh yeah, his former West Ham man, like few seasons ago. He's actually alright, you know, like 31 years old, like still got some pace. Finishing is alright, great determination as well. Actually, in fact, his mental stats pretty decent. You can use him as a backup. Maybe even start him occasionally. He got some decent stats, but I don't think he's Premier League level. He's wanted by yeah, he's definitely not Premier level, Championship level probably. Next we got Lord Banner, former Arsenal man as well. He's wanted by Italian probably Serie B. Probably is that Serie B? I'm not sure. Let me see. I don't think this is even Serie B. Oh yeah, this is actually Serie B. Sorry, no. I just bad at it. And then of course like he's doesn't have the pace anymore, but he still can a pretty good target man. Although his aggression is not great, but I prefer playing either target man or just poacher, just try to cross the ball to him. Still got these very good heading, 16 heading, 17 jumping reach. Still very good. Even though he's 31. He's Lord Banner after all, he must be good. Next we got United legend, not really, former United, Giuseppe Rossi. That's better. He doesn't have pace, and most of the strikers I come up with on the list doesn't have pace, but they got amazing technical or amazing mental stats. He's pretty good. Like he's still got 14 finishing, and then his mental stats. And just look at it. Like he doesn't. Of course, he doesn't have good aggression, and he's probably sustainable to injury as well. Which is injury prone, so be aware of that. But he still can do a job for you, like a deep lying forward or false line, because he's got good passing and good vision as well. Even a backup, you know, not too bad because of Rossi. Last one, former Barcelona man, Kirinson. If you are OG, you can really recognize this guy. He signed for Barcelona back then at 09-010 season. And then he just wandering around. We were around the world. Just look at him. Oh, most of them Brazil, Portugal, Italy, Spain. Spain, Barcelona, okay. But his stats is actually alright. He's probably the fastest of the 4 strikers I picked. Yeah, he's the fastest one, yeah. And then his mental stats is alright. Not the greatest bravery and aggression, but he got decent finishing. He's very like rounded. You still can use him as a backup, probably Premier League, and then Championship level. Maybe even the starter for Championship level. Just look. He's wanted by a Brazilian team. Okay then. That's all I offer to you. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, make sure you give a thumbs up and then also subscribe to the channel if you're not yet. I'll see you next time then.